Man like Robbie here. Listen, thanks for being here for MLR Daily. Now, listen, I'm not in a great mood today. As you know, I'm a big Arsenal fan. I was at the game last night over there in Munich, and it was humiliating. A humiliating defeat for Arsenal. Bayern Munich 5, Arsenal 1. Total capitulation by Arsenal again to Bayern Munich, and it was terrible. It was terrible. For an Arsenal fan, obviously if you're a Bayern fan, it was an absolutely amazing performance. And let's talk about Bayern. They were brilliant on the night. Fantastic the way they passed the ball around. They scored some great goals. Ian Robben's first goal, what a brilliant piece of magic. We've seen him do it so many times down the years. Why the Arsenal players were showing him onto his left foot, I don't know, because they should know the danger of that now, but they did. And Bayern Munich really deserved their win. They could have had more, if I'm being fair, in the game, had it not been for some great goalkeeping by David Ospina to keep them out. They were exceptional and they fully deserved their win. However, Arsenal, yet again, going away from home in a big European game and getting smashed. And it's either normally by Barcelona or by Bayern Munich. And despite finishing top of the group, you've got to say, Arsenal, they're out of it now. I mean, what would they have to do? Take it back to the Emirates and win by 4-0. Looking at Bayern Munich last night, you probably got to back Bayern Munich to win that leg at the Emirates as well. It's a really, really humiliating defeat for Arsenal. And as I said, I was out there speaking to some of the fans. You know what, I'm going to give you a little insight into what some of the fans had to say on Arsenal Fan TV. Take a listen to a couple of these interviews.
Worse. We're not a serious club no more. People are laughing at us. People are making a joke out of Arsenal. You hear the guy in Bayern Munich, they're laughing. Every time they score, they go ha ha ha.
We are tactically naive. We've had 6 at Chelsea, 5 at Liverpool, 5 twice here, 8 at Manchester United. Wenger, you've been brilliant for Arsenal. Thank you for everything you've done, mate. But it's time to move on. Just come out and say, I'm leaving at the end of the season. Everyone will get behind the team. Everyone will get behind the club. All the negative attitude will disappear. But you have to go.
So as you can see, they were really, really unhappy. And Arsene Wenger himself looked really, really jaded and, really looked like a man defeated. Well, I mean, he obviously was defeated in the game, but himself personally, in his press conference after the game, he said that, again, the mentality of the team wasn't right. I mean, can Arsene Wenger stay in his job? That is the question now. A lot of fans that I was speaking to last night, they were all calling for his head. Even a lot of fans that are been right behind Arsene Wenger were saying to me, Robbie, you know what? It's time for him to go. I've been his biggest fan, but he should go, leave at the end of the season so he can get a nice send-off. But we need a new manager. And who would that new manager be? I want you to leave it in the comments below. If you think Arsene Wenger should go, who would you bring in to replace him? Because it's going to be a big job for whoever comes in next. Who should come in and replace Arsene Wenger? But certainly Arsene Wenger at the moment under a lot of pressure. I also saw an article today saying that the decision on Arsene Wenger will be made at the end of the season by the board. There's still a contract apparently on the table for him if he wants to sign it. I can't, unless there's some sort of mega turnaround between now and the end of the season. Even winning the FA Cup, I don't think is going to turn the fans' opinions around. How he could sign a new deal at the moment is beyond me. And, looking at some of those players last night, I mean, guys like Ozil was so poor. Something needs freshening up there, but they're saying that it could be at the end of the season. I don't know. If so, there's going to be more troubles ahead, I think, for Arsene Wenger. But total humiliation for Arsenal yesterday. Real Madrid, last year's winners, well, they go marching on. They got a bit of a scare. It was 1-0 to Napoli. Napoli were playing some great football. Fantastic goal by Insigne. He's a fantastic player. Napoli playing some good stuff, but a great comeback by Real Madrid. Ended up winning the game by 3-1. A brilliant strike by Casemiro in the game as well. There's some great goals in this game. And Real Madrid, they're looking good as well to go through to the next round. Talking about the Champions League, remember the night before, the humiliation of Barcelona. Well, another manager under pressure, just like Arsene Wenger, is their manager, Luis Enrique. And a guy that's been linked to his job today is Ronald Koeman of Everton. Koeman, in a lot of the papers, being suggested as the guy that they'd like to bring in as the next manager of Barcelona. Sampaoli at Sevilla has also been linked as well. But they like Koeman. Koeman, of course, used to play for Barcelona back in the day as well. So hence the link. And he's doing a great job at the moment at Everton. I'm sure the Evertonians wouldn't want that to happen, especially with the way he started off at the club. But he's been linked with a move today to the Nou Camp. Now, couple of games to tell you about tonight. Manchester United up against St Etienne in the Europa League. Tough game for Manchester United. They are at home in this leg. I'm sure Mourinho will put out a strong team. He'll want to try and win this competition now that they're in it. I know, he obviously doesn't like the Europa League, but one thing about Mourinho, when he's in a competition, he's going all out to try and win it. So they're going to be facing St Etienne today. And also Spurs. Spurs are up against Ghent from Belgium. Again, another tough game for them. See, Europa League coming now. It's not so bad this weekend because it's FA Cup fixtures. But the Europa League can be a bit of a hindrance sometimes to these Premier League teams, or sometimes they treat it like a hindrance because it means that they play games on Thursday and then again on a Sunday, which a lot of teams don't like that transition. But let's see how those two get on. Thanks for watching the show today. As I said, if you're an Arsenal fan like myself today, you're not feeling too good. If you're Arsene Wenger, you're feeling even worse. I don't know what's going to cheer him up today. He's going to have a long day.
Man like Robbie.